Hello guys, we're ready to set off on a new adventure, but before that there are some things I need to do on my bike. I started with these panniers, you can check the last episode, and now we have to change the oil
and the air filter.
I usually do these things at the official BMW Service, and that's because the bike is still under warranty, and that's because I respect the service interval. But in this case, I've got only 2,000 kilometers or 3,000 kilometers after the last service checkup, and I want to show you how to do it by yourself. That's why we checked in at the rider's garage. So I see you started to work.
Yeah.
What's the procedure?
We have to remove the bash plate in order to drain the oil from the engine. The engine was already heated a bit, and now it's okay to touch it. So I have to remove the bash plate and put a tray underneath so we can drain the oil first.
Okay.
And the plate is off. The skid plate off, we can now reach the drain plug, which is underneath the engine. So I will go behind the bike and put a tray underneath.
Okay. Do you need some help or?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thank you. Imagine now. So this is a good opportunity for you to learn how to change your oil when you're in the middle of nowhere, you don't have a BMW service near you. You can see the oil is very clean. So you were right.
Yeah, it's new.
Almost new. Now we let the oil to drain.
So while we're waiting for the oil to drain, let's talk about the oil. Why this oil?
Yeah, I went for Motul for you for this kind of bike because it's full synthetic. It's very good for this type of bike, and I've tested it and I like it. I like the way the engine sounds and I like the way it shifts, because this engine has the same oil in the gearbox and inside the moving parts of the engine. And
most engines do have the same,
yes,
excepting Harley Davidson.
Yeah, and older BMWs. So this is a very good choice. We would have also the 300V, but that is for race bikes, and you shouldn't be using it on street bikes. This is the best choice, and the numbers are 5W40 because BMW recommends it.
Okay, so what does it mean for those who don't know?
The 5 is the cold start viscosity, while the 40 is the viscosity grade when the engine is hot. So also says MA2 because it's the engine with the gearbox in the same case.
Okay.
Now we've moved to the left side of the engine and we will proceed to remove the oil filter, because when you change the oil you also have to change the oil filter. I will lubricate the new oil filter before mounting it, so I won't have any leaks. Before mounting it, also clean the surface, the mating surface between the engine and the oil filter. It might have some residue and debris. You can use some brake cleaner to remove all the oil from the exhaust lines. Otherwise, you will get some smoke when you start the engine. The drainage plug usually has a washer. You can inspect it or you can change it as I do. Use a specific torque to tighten up this drainage plug. It should be around 20 Newton meters. We've changed the oil filter. Now it's the hard part. We have to pour the oil inside the engine. So we don't know for sure the amount, but we have a checking glass on the right side of the engine that I will ask you to keep your eyes on it so you can tell me when I'm around the limit. Okay.
Okay, I think it's about full, yeah.
So with oil in, now we have to start the bike for the oil filter to get some oil, and then we'll check again the level.
Okay.
Now you can see all the oil is drained. Okay. We'll leave it like this for 40 seconds to 1 minute. Then we'll stop it and check again the oil after 5 minutes. So the oil is at the perfect level right now. So it's time to change the air filter. But before that, we have to mount back the bash plate.
Okay, so we got about 20 minutes, 30 minutes for this operation.
Maximum.
Maximum.
To reach the air filter, we have to remove this center panel, and the air filter, it's around here in the front area of the gas tank. You have 5 screws, 5 bolts, and then another 4 or 5 for the air filter box. We've forgot about the mounting point of the tank bag, so this one has to come off also. This was not hard. The cover went off very easy. And now we have the air filter, which is, I would say, clean, considering the trip you've went to.
Look at the dust coming from it.
A bit of dust.
Okay, but only for 2,000 kilometers, but in off-road conditions.
It's gone.
Okay.
Let's see the new one. Thank you.
So, what's the difference?
Just a bit, I would say. It's a good thing to change it every time you change the oil, at least every time. Now for the hard part, it's better to remove the 4 bolts holding the cover of the air filter before mounting it, because it will be easier to slide it in. Now I can put the bolts. Everything is back in place.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
put
it.
the saddle. Yeah, and you're good to go now.
Okay, so it took about an hour, which is fair enough.
Yeah, it's a good time for this kind of operation, and the bike, it's easy, it's accessible, it's easy to work on it, and
You should do it often to
should-
avoid
Yeah.
other big problems.
bigger issues with the engine. Yes.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. Thank you so much.
Have a nice trip.